This week on Steel Horse Thunder.
It started out a little chilly this morning.
We head to a ride that's addressing a very common problem, substance abuse.
We are raising money for the Michael Fruits Reach Out for Help Foundation. The foundation was formed in honor of my son Michael, who committed suicide back on August 10th, 2011. He was under the influence of prescription drugs that weren't prescribed and alcohol.
Then we sit down with Chris Krampe.
We're here 6 days a week. You know, I live and breathe motorcycles every single day. So, you know, when it comes to your day off, sometimes you just kind of want to push yourself away from that, you know, to do something else, spend time with the family and the grandkids.
Steel Horse is brought to you by Leidendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
People talk about your one-stop shop. Well, Flat Out Motorsports is definitely a one-stop shop.
Maybe you like to hit the streets on two wheels, whether you're a touring guy, whether you're a cruising guy, or maybe you like the sport bikes.
If you'd rather play in the dirt, there's four wheels or there's two wheels.
Or maybe you've gotten to that point where you're ready for an extra wheel. They got the Can-Am Spider and the ever so cool Slingshot.
Or maybe you don't like the dirt or the road, then you can get on the water. Take this baby for a ride.
No matter what you need, no matter what brand you like to ride, all the safety gear, helmets, whatever you're looking for, it's all right here under one roof. And with the used motorcycle sales, you can pretty much find any kind of motorcycle you like.
The attorneys at Leidendorf Law have over 100 years of experience in personal injury and wrongful death litigation. Call us at Leidendorf Law. Leidendorf Law, like family, because we are.
Hallelujah and glory be. It's a Saturday morning. It's not raining. It's not that cold. This is a perfect day. Cindy, what's going on today?
It is a perfect day. This is a Reach Out for Help ride, and they are helping for substance abuse, people that struggle with substance abuse, and it's going to be an awesome ride.
Yes, it is. Here at the Corner Bar. I mean, it's just such a cool location. But, you know, every one of our charity rides are sponsored by 36 Saloon out in Rockville, Indiana. And you talk about a cool place to go to. That is a cool place to go to. Kind of a little different than what we have right here. 36 Saloon is just awesome. They have the great hog pit out back, and then they also have the family stuff inside. The architect is amazing. Everything you see there is just great. So you got to go out, check this place out. Great atmosphere, great food, great service. 36 Saloon, Rockville, Indiana. Indiana's motorcycle premier destination. You got to check it out. Now, Cindy, let's go check out this place.
Let's go. So, Becky, we're here. You're doing a ride. You've put this ride on. Tell me about what you're doing today.
Okay, we are raising money for the Michael Fruits Reach Out for Help Foundation. The foundation was formed in honor of my son Michael, who committed suicide back on August 10th, 2011. He was under the influence of prescription drugs that weren't prescribed and alcohol, and he'd had some mental health issues in the past. So the foundation was started in his honor and to assist people that were struggling with some of those same issues, and we provide the financial assistance to get them started into treatment.
You know, it's such a good foundation because there are so many drugs that are around these days, and not only just street drugs, but there's prescription drugs that people are taking that get addicted to, and then, you know, they do have trouble with them. I've had that in my family, so I understand. I am so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
But it's such a good program. If somebody wanted to try to get a hold of you, how would they do that?
They can go to our website, and it's michaelfruits, ROFHF.org, and we have the procedures that you need to go through in order to contact us, and then we can go from there. If you could do a contact form online, it will shoot an email to me, and then I will contact you back, and we can discuss the issues a little bit more and figure out what program would probably be the best for you. We don't provide the counseling, but we do provide the financial assistance to get started in that treatment.
All right, Mike, we're up here at the Corner Bar, which I got to be honest, I had no idea this place was even here. I've been around this area forever and ever, and I was like, I'd never been actually down this part of the road. So what exactly, you know, I know we're doing a ride today. What exactly is going on here?
Well, we're just doing this ride. It's for people that get addicted to prescription medicine, try to get them off of it. They have means to set them up in rehab and everything. They come to them, tell them they want the help, they fund it, and then they try to get clean and stay that way.
And so I know you're like the road captain here, so you're going to be in charge of the actual motorcycle ride part of it. What do you have planned for today?
We're just going to take a nice little long ride. We've got 3 stops, one of them in Whiskey River out on 144, Red's Corner Bar on Meridian Street, and the Sugar Shack's where we're going in back here.
So that's a pretty good ride, and I think the weather's going to hold out for you. It's a beautiful right now, and I think it's supposed to stay pretty good until later on in the afternoon. So I think you guys will be able to do the ride okay.
Yeah, and after the ride, we've got the cornhole tournament going on as well. So we're hoping we can keep the rain off to at least 8:30, and then we'll all be good. Everybody get to have their fun their way,
Oh, exactly. But I like doing all that stuff. I love riding, obviously, but I like playing cornhole, and I've been known to have a beer or two.
I've had a couple of those myself, but it's just something I came up with to try to help pay it forward a little bit because my wife's been involved for all these years, and I just thought I'd do something for her for a change.
So do you just sit over here all quietly and just to watch everybody?
Yes, I'm the observer. I like to sit back and cruise all the people in the car and the motorcycles coming in,
I get that. I get
Kind of
that.
like going to the museum and not have to go anywhere.
So what are you doing here for this ride today?
Just trying to help people out. That's all we do. Look for a ride to go on Saturdays and give a hand where we can.
Well, it's going to be a nice day today.
I hope so. It started out a little chilly this morning. I'm looking forward to a little bit warmer days.
Yes, me too. It is going to warm up a little bit today, though, so hopefully it won't rain. You guys will have a great time.
I'm layered up, so I can unlayer.
What made you come out to this ride?
Well, my wife and I, we like to do what we can to give back. To if we're going to ride anyway, we like to spend that time and our money doing something that's going to benefit other people and get to meet new people.
And that's always a cool thing too, meeting all the different new people when you do these kind of rides. So I take it you do charity rides on a regular basis?
Predominantly, that's what we like to do. That's if we're going to ride anyway, I would really like to benefit, in some small way, give back,
No, I agree. And then that way, on the times when you do just take off with nobody else around and you just kind of take off a ride, it makes those rides even that much nicer.
That much nicer. Yes, I'm looking forward to all the other big rides this year. We'll be doing the Riley ride and just a few others that kind of make you feel like you've actually helped.
I know you were out at the suicide prevention ride last year that we did out of Southside Harley Davidson, and had a few snafus on that particular ride. It was a rough year for us that year, but overall I think it went okay, and we'll be back bigger, stronger, and all that this year.
Everything is another memory to be made. There's no nobody hurt, no harm, no foul. And a neat experience. You see new roads. There's no such thing as being lost on a motorcycle.
Exactly. So you looking forward to doing this ride then today?
Absolutely. It's sun's going to shine. Hopefully we get a bunch of people and raise some money.
Good deal. So now I know there's a cornhole tournament afterwards. Are you like a ringer? Is that why you're really here? Because this is where you make all your money?
Yeah. I like to play. I do like to play. I'm missing my partner. I've got an 85-year-old man who just carries me in all of the family functions, and in the family functions we usually just carry the water, but we'll see how we do.
All right, I thought I was being funny. Turns out he really is the ringer. So I'm curious to find out who wins this thing tonight.
I like to play.
Rick, you guys made it out to the ride today. What made you decide to come to this ride?
Brother and sister-in-law found out about it at work and asked us, and we knew you guys would be here, so we will come to support you.
Is that right? No, we do appreciate that. And in all honesty, half the time I never know which ride we're going to either. I wait. Cindy usually tells me where we're going.
Well, when they said it was for suicides, that hits close to home, so we wanted to be here.
No, I do appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. But I noticed you guys are riding a new scooter. Now I saw you guys came out to a bike night, one of the bike nights that was raining, because so far they've all been raining. And you guys were probably the only people that showed up on a motorcycle, but I noticed you're sporting one of these new Indians. Tell me a little bit about your machine.
Well, it's actually 5 years old, but it's only got 3,000 miles on it. And it's kind of like my wife. I just seen it and had to have it.
Is that right?
That's it.
You going to keep it as long as your wife?
I like it better. Is that what you're asking? Don't argue.
Yeah, right. That's the truth. So how you liking it?
I wouldn't. I've had a lot of bikes and I love it. It's the smoothest riding bike I've ever owned, and all my Harley buddies are going to hate me, but it's a smoother riding bike.
No, it's absolutely beautiful, man. I love seeing it here, and I also recognize the bike that you pulled in here on.
That's my brother-in-law's. That was my ex-brother-in-law. Been gone 11 months now, and he inherited it, and it'll be a family heirloom.
Yeah, Artie was a great guy. I mean, he was near and dear to all of our hearts, and I saw you guys pull in, and I just thought it was really cool to see you guys come in. And it's always good to see that bike, but it's also good to see you on a nice new motor. And I call it a new bike because it's new to you. And yes, it's 5 years old, but I mean, it still looks absolutely brand new.
Thank you. We love it. We just love it.
Goodness, you're scaring the crap out of me. What in the heck is this? Don't take that off.
Don't take it off.
Don't take it off. What is this?
It's the Predator mask.
Okay, why are you wearing it today?
Just a new helmet I got, and I felt like wearing it today.
All right, Chris, I absolutely love this helmet. Tell me about where it came from and how you ended up with it.
Well, there's a guy out of Russia. He goes by Ghost Rider. I think it's ghostwriter.net or ghostwriter.com. Just happened to wanted a helmet that was a little bit different than everybody else, and found his website, and actually found him on eBay and went through all of his helmets, and that was Predator's the one that I picked. It's one of my favorite characters of all the movies I've ever seen. So,
well, it's pretty darn cool. I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
And you're definitely going to make a statement when you come riding in on your bike. Definitely.
Yes, always. Today I've probably had, probably 10 different people stop me and wanted to get a picture with it. So
I can't even blame them. I would have stopped you. And I did.
Yeah. I've even had one lady just stop and sit in her car for probably 5 minutes just staring at me, just in awe. So
in awe, or maybe scared to death. Maybe you scared her to death.
A little bit of both.
All right, we're here at the corner bar. We got the ride going on this morning. Is this something you do on a regular basis here, or?
We do as many as people ask us to do, yes.
Right on. So where exactly are we located right now?
We are at the corner of Epler and Old Meridian, Southside Indianapolis, 5506 South Meridian.
There we go. And for those of you that aren't quite sure about that, I know you think of Meridian and 135 being the exact same road, but they do kind of split off every now and then. We are literally a hop, skip, and a jump from 135.
Exactly.
So now you guys are doing the motorcycle ride today. You guys also have a cornhole tournament going on?
We do. When the ride gets back, we have food, and then we have a cornhole tournament at 5, and then we have Rusty Bladen and the Unstoppables at 7.
Rusty Bladen, you guys, Rusty came out and did our fundraiser for us one time. Rusty is a great guy. I know a lot of the Bladens, and some of them are a little crazy, and Rusty's kind of one of the crazy ones.
Yes, he is.
Now, he comes here quite often, right?
He comes, yes, about 4 or 5 times a year he comes up for us.
So how long have you guys been here? You guys have been established for quite a while.
The bar has been here for 47 years. I have been here for 5 years. But I have worked here for 20 years.
All right. But this is kind of your thing here. You got the whole yard over there. This is really cool. I didn't realize that was all part of this. And so you do a big yard party over there?
Yep. Yeah, we'll put about 200. We've sold almost 200 tickets for today. As long as the rain holds out, we'll be good in the yard today.
And you do this on a regular basis with all these bands and stuff coming in, correct?
Exactly. We have 12 yard parties scheduled this year, all the way through September.
That's cool. And your neighbors don't complain?
Neighbors love me.
Lucky for you, because that's not always the case. So, what else you got planned for this year then?
As far as yard parties, we have the Wombly Rock Orchestra playing next week. Full Moon Dogs is coming. Blue River County is coming. I forget the rest of it.
Well, let me ask you. I was going to say, I'm sure you have a Facebook page, correct?
Yes, they're all listed on Facebook. They're all ticketed events, $5 or $10. Food, menu. Just watch our Facebook page and you'll catch the music outside.
So when they get started in the treatment, is there a time limit on how long that they can stay at the treatment?
It is normally whatever, once they are assessed and the service provider deems what is necessary for their treatment. It could be anywhere from 3 months on an outpatient basis. Normally it's 3 to 6 months in intensive outpatient 3 times a week. We have partnered up with Progress House and Indiana Adult and Teen Challenge. They're both residential treatment programs. Progress House has been around since 1961 and it's for men. They've recently expanded. They have 147 beds, I think. And then there's a women's facility in Indianapolis that's called Grace House, and that's a part of Adult and Teen Challenge. And they require 9 to 12 months for you to commit to.
Which is a good thing, because a lot of times people go into rehab, they don't get the needed help that they really need.
Absolutely.
And the long term. So that's a good program for them. I'm so glad that you guys are doing this, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of bikes out today. It's a nice day.
We hope the rain will hold off, because we're also doing a cornhole tournament that registration starts at 4, and it'll be out here, and then there's going to be music after. So we're hoping the rain will hold off, because the band was supposed to be outside, but if not, they'll move it in and we'll cram as many people in there as we can.
Motorcycle riders want the freedom of the open road. Unfortunately, other motorists often do not give riders the proper attention the law requires. Call us at Leidendorf Law. Like family, because we are. This is a standard lawyer commercial. This is a dramatic shot of me walking down the hallway. This is a stage scene of me talking to clients, even though they're not actual clients. This is the closing shot in my office, where I say my catchphrase looking professional and confident. Look, all lawyer commercials are the same, but not all lawyers are the same. Leidendorf Law has been involved in the motorcycle community for over 35 years, with many more years to come. Leidendorf Law, like family, because we are.
All right, Angie, you are the Southside Harley-Davidson featured woman rider. I know that you rode your bike in. This is not your bike. What's wrong with your bike today?
I need a new stator and a regulator on it, and it's at Jason's Man Cave getting her hair did.
Getting it all done.
Getting it done.
So tell me about your bike.
I got a 96 883. It's my first bike. As you can see, I'm ready to move up.
So this is somebody else's bike, and what is this that you're riding today?
It's a Fat Boy. I don't know what year. All I know is it's got 2 wheels and I'm going.
Well, yeah, you got to do that. So have you been riding long, or is this, and you said this is your first bike?
Yeah, I got my first bike, but no, I've been riding about 4 years. Like I said, I've been lucky. A lot of people's let me throw their leg over their bike to learn and ride. And I go out to Florida a lot and go riding out there.
It's nice there because it's warmer. So tell me, are you planning on buying a bigger bike, or you don't know?
Yeah, I'm ready to go to Hurley and see what they can do for me. Hook me up, guys.
Did you go through the course to learn to ride?
I went through Westside, Dryer Honda, and I went through them, and they were perfect. They walked me through it. Of course, I failed the first time because I stalled it, but nerves. But yeah, they were great, right? I mean, they took you through it, and I suggest every woman who rides definitely take a course. You do know that there's lady riders that go out on Mondays, usually out of the Kitley. There's about 28 of them.
there's a lot of ladies riders groups, and I've probably heard of that one before. And I absolutely love that women are out there riding, showing men that we can do what they do, because it's just awesome to see you out there. But thank you so much for being with us today, and just keep on riding. Hope you get a lot of miles under you.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You have been injured in an automobile collision, and suddenly your vocabulary has been expanded to include terms totally unfamiliar to you. We know accidents can be overwhelming to the injured victims and their families. You know you can put your trust in the familiar faces of Ladendorf Law. We take care of you and your family so that you can focus on recovering from your injuries. Ladendorf Law, like family, because we are.
Don't look now. Krampe's isn't just paint. It's your one-stop shop for motorcycle gear, parts, and service. Krampe's, voted the Indy A-List #1 motorcycle shop 2 years running, has expanded with the state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment for tuning your fuel-injected Harley and a new paint facility to make your bike stand out from all the others. Krampe's also has a new retail area complete with leather, chrome, audio, and all your parts and service needs. Krampe's, voted #1 for a reason.
Everybody knows you as a great painter. You do some of the best paint work I've ever seen on motorcycles. So I guess for starters, what got you started painting motorcycles?
Well, right out of high school, at 19 years old, I went to a body shop. And I worked in that body shop as a collision repair tech and a painter for 15 years. So as I was in the body shop, occasionally you would get people that would come in and want their motorcycle painted, and the money in a body shop's in the collision, portion. There's really not a lot of money to be had in painting motorcycles, so I began to paint motorcycles at home on the side. So I would paint out of my garage at home, and that was my hobby. So I did cars all day long, and then my hobby was on the weekends and nights I'd work on motorcycles. So that's what started it.
But I have to ask you. Now, you just told us how this all got started, and we all kind of make the mistake of taking our hobby and making it our profession.
Yeah.
I love riding motorcycles. That was my life, kind of has been surrounded by motorcycles, for 20 years or so now, for the last 20 years nonstop. And I have now turned my passion into my career with the TV show, and I went from putting 15,000 miles a year on my bike to 1 or 2, because of the show. And so I have some regrets in a sense, because it's like I lost my hobby. Mm-hmm. And I'm just curious, how have you found that in your life, with your journey?
Yeah, you're exactly right. We're here 6 days a week. I live and breathe motorcycles every single day. So, when it comes to your day off, sometimes you just kind of want to push yourself away from that, to do something else, spend time with the family and the grandkids. And like I said, I started off with cars. I have a couple of cars that I enjoy. So I like to go hop in my little convertible and go for a cruise. And I don't really get on the bike as much as I used to. We ride all through the week and test ride every bike, so I get to ride plenty of motorcycles, just not for pleasure, it's for business. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I would have to imagine there was probably a lot less headaches back when it was just you.
Yeah. I thought building...
I'm not saying anything bad about Tucker.
No. Tucker's been he's a blessing. I thought... we got to the point where we were always, 3 weeks out. We had so much work to do, I couldn't get anybody in even for a basic oil change for 3 weeks. So I thought, well, okay, I'll build a building. I'll expand the amount of lifts that we got, the amount of space that we have. I'll hire another tech, and then I won't be 3 weeks out. So I went from doing 12 bikes a week to doing 25 bikes a week. And all I did was increase the volume, and I'm still out 3 weeks most of the time.
Right.
So I don't know that I cured anything. I just increased the volume of everything. But we're blessed to have the business. So yeah, it's worked out.
Well, it has been a pleasure working with you and Beth, and Krampe's on the show. You guys have been amazing to us. Like I said, besides the business end of things, obviously You've done a lot of work on my motorcycle. You did a lot of work on Cindy's bike. You lowered it for her. She's been riding that motorcycle for 10 years, and she's finally really comfortable on it now.
Touch the ground
because
now.
she can actually touch the ground.
Yeah.
So I mean, that end of things has been great, but just being able to be friends and the friendship that we've been able to build over the last so many years now has just been really nice, and we don't always get that with sponsors. We're fortunate with most of our sponsors it has become that way, but I know in a lot of businesses it's not that way. They are just a sponsor, it's a business thing, and that's it. Whereas with you guys it is more of a friendship and stuff, and I appreciate that.
I do as well.
And obviously we will be behind you guys as long as you are out here, and
well, we greatly appreciate it. We love you coming out to all of our events. We try to use this place as a hub for a lot of charity fundraisers for toys at Christmas time, for food at Thanksgiving, any type of disaster relief. We use the place for a hub for that. We do an annual ride every year, that helps children that need it. All the 100% of the funds go to them, and you're always here to film, and you're always here to cover that. And that's great exposure, and that's what it's about, to help the kids in that aspect. So that makes a big difference.
Well, you're talking about the scavenger hunt. I mean, this year's 10 years. Man.
10 years.
10 years. Who would have thought? 10 years now, and that is to me one of the greatest rides that takes place in Indiana. I mean, I love the scavenger hunt. For one thing, it's not a big group leaving at one time. You're going at your own pace with your own friends, people you ride with all the time. You know how everybody rides. To me, it's so much safer and just a lot more fun. And you guys don't just host it, you guys put it all together. You guys map you make the route, you map it all out, you do all this stuff. So it's not like you're just letting somebody else come in here and use your facility to start a ride. You guys, it's your ride. I mean, and now the topless ride that we've been doing the last few years, it's been a lot of fun.
It's been entertaining.
It's totally different, but it's a lot of fun. And
and it raises toys for the kids. I think that's perfect.
Exactly.
The 10 year for the Dash for Cash. Last year I think there was 750 registered riders in it. So it grows. The first year was 35 people. So now it's grown up to 750 people. So it gets bigger and bigger each year. We invite everybody to come out and take part in it. It's a lot of fun. We put a lot of work into it, but it's not expensive. It's $10. We charge $10 for people to come. We feed you. You won't leave here hungry. You'll go home with a bunch of pictures of your day, of all the places that we have you stop and see places in Indiana you never know that it was there.
Exactly. So one last plug, Dash for Cash. It's always the Saturday before Father's Day.
Correct.
Every year.
Every year.
Saturday before Father's Day. Dash for Cash, greatest ride in Indiana. Make sure you come out and check it out. Chris, I'm going to let you go and get back to work.
All right.
And we'll let Tucker get back to work
Thank
over
you
there.
for coming out.
I appreciate him being quiet so we could do this. And, I'll let you guys get back at it. But thank you so much. And we just, pray for many, many more continued years here, and happiness and prosperity.
Thank you very much.
This is Bob, B-O-B. That was for you, Andy. And we're here at the Reach Out for Help ride, and what made you tie? All right, well, we're up here at Krampe's for the Dash for Cash. I say it every time.
And a motorcycle safety.
All right.